All right, we are getting some breaking news right now. ABC News has just confirmed that Sean Diddy Combs was arrested tonight in New York City. Sources say federal agents with Homeland Security investigations took him into custody.
Right now, at this moment, Diddy's locked up in the Metropolitan Correctional Center, the same place where Epstein was locked up 5 years ago. Now, the real question is, will he become the biggest rat of the century? Or the deep state will take him out before he has a chance. Yo, what up guys? So I grew up in the 90s hip-hop music. And the rap was crazy back then. With the West Coast versus East Coast battle, which took Tupac's and Biggie's life. Now, fast forward 20-something years later, new sexual charges are surfacing against these major artists from back in the 90s. We thought R. Kelly's case was bad, but it's gotten worse. And now, PDiddy's situation makes R. Kelly's scandal look like a child play. At this moment, Diddy's sitting in the Metropolitan Correctional Center, the same place where Epstein was at 5 years ago. And we all know what went down with Epstein, right? The whole security guard fell asleep, broken camera, and he just happened to kill himself. Yeah, sure. Yeah, alright. So here's the real question. Is someone planning the same fate for Diddy? So let's look at a timeline. Epstein was locked up on July 6, 2019. And by August 10th, about a little bit over 2 months, he was dead. Diddy's locked up on September 16th of 2024. So the clock's ticking. But here's where it gets interesting. Epstein had dirt on a lot of powerful billionaires and politicians. Diddy, as far as we know, it's more of a celebrity scandal. The keyword here is politician. Diddy doesn't have any dirt on them. Maybe he's safe? But let's not forget, he's already been denied bail twice while awaiting trial. So are they planning something for him? If they wanted to let him go, he could have paid that bail and went straight back home. But no, they already kept it there twice already. So who knows what's really going on behind the scenes? At this moment, anything can happen. The amount of charges on P. Diddy will put him to life. It's so awful, the authorities are charging Diddy under the RICO Act. Shoot man, you don't mess around with the RICO Act. Nobody wants to get charged with the RICO Act. RICO Act is what it was used to put mobsters away for a long time. I mean like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, lifetime, right? So currently, he's being accused of orchestrating a racketeering conspiracy involving serious crimes such as sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, and bribery. When RICO Act is involved, you know what that leads to. Rat season. Rats are everywhere, ratting everyone out. Whoever rats out the most and biggest gets rewarded with a free out of jail card. Or very minimal prison time. I mean, besides the accusers are coming out, which is already a lot to deal with, his inner circle will turn against him and testify on him, on all his crimes. All it takes is just one of them, and it'll cause a domino effect. That makes things much worse. 1 rat 2, 2 rats 3, and so on. Also, there's another person that probably a lot of us don't know about. Her name is Christina Coram. She's the right-hand woman of Mr. Combs. She's the chief of staff for Combs Enterprises and has been a major figure in his inner circle for years. Now, this part is kind of suspicious, at least to me. Meaning, at this point, she hasn't been arrested or charged with any crimes yet, considering she was described as Ghislaine Maxwell. See, at this point, at this moment, it seems kind of suspicious to me. She hasn't been arrested or charged with any crimes yet. I personally think she's gonna be the biggest rat and rewarded with free out of jail card. Considering she's Diddy's right hand woman and not getting charged with anything, it makes no sense. It totally makes no sense. So let's talk about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, right? Let's talk about that. You know, where the agents discovered during the raid. I mean, what possible explanation could he have? From him or the lawyer? Well, let's take a look what the lawyer said.
One other question for
alright.
you.
The last one.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people.
I mean, my guy, who keeps 1,000 bottles of baby oil? And what was his lawyer's explanation again? Diddy prefers to buy in bulk like any other Americans buying at Costco. Say what? Restaurant cooks every day. They don't stash 1,000 bottles of cooking oil in the back. Car mechanics doesn't stash 1,000 bottles of engine oil. And he's comparing Diddy's personal stash to Costco, which is a wholesaler to the public. It's way different. Who goes to Costco, buys and stash 1,000 boxes of cereals or 1,000 cans of mayonnaise? Where on earth did Diddy find his lawyer from? I didn't know Craigslist still exists. Here's a little bit funny part. Right after when the lawyer said he probably buys it from, you know, Diddy buys it from Costco, a spokesperson for Costco clapped back real quick saying none of the company's US location carry baby oil. They don't. I checked, they don't. Diddy is so bad, even Costco, a public store, doesn't want to have any ties with them. At this point, it seems like anything relates to Diddy, like potato chips he eats, water brand he drinks, the TV brand that he watches, they're all running away from him as far as possible. Like a nasty fart. But yeah, Diddy, he's in a world of mess right now. Bunch of accusers, lots of allegations, and a reputation damage. RICO Act is on him, which means the feds already had enough substantial evidence and just need more time to gather more additional proof. I think Diddy's done. I mean, what do you think, guys? Will Diddy just take the fall and we'll move on like nothing happened? Or is he slick enough to slither his way out of this mess? Or could we be looking at Epstein 2.0? If it is, well, the clock's ticking. And in a place like that, anything's possible. So that wraps it up, guys. If you enjoy listening to my thoughts, please graciously hit the like button and sub to the channel. It means a lot to me. Please. And stay humble, stay real. Peace out.